Podcast, podcast, podcast. Mike, good morning.
You are having so much fun. I love this. I love the energy. I love it.
I'm so excited for this.
Yes,
you have no idea.
Yes, I do, because you were very excited yesterday when you're like, we're going to talk about it today. I'm like, yes, we'll talk about it today, my friend.
Well, good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. As always, I'm Christian Cortez, joined by
Michael Zapsik, and to my right, the beautiful
Julia Zapsik.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up, Christian? And I know what's up.
Yeah, we know what's up.
Yeah.
We know
So,
what's up.
let's just chat a little bit.
We can chat.
We can chat.
Let's get caught up.
Yeah. So,
How was everyone's week since last week?
It's pretty good.
His was batastic. It was fantastic. And we were just talking about something that came in yesterday that is really freaking cool. It's called Legends. They're 1/2 scale bus, and the Bruce Lee Kato came in, and this thing is gorgeous. And I'm going to show it to you. You know what? Everyone put him in the basement yesterday when I told them not to.
We don't have one in
We
the
have
case.
one in the case, but the case is locked.
I
So
can go get the key.
if you want to go get
I
the
think we have
key,
the key.
not on me. I don't have the key on me. It's up front.
Kevin left us the key, right?
Yeah, Kevin
He
left it.
trusts us.
Yeah, that's,
He trusts us.
Only to a point. I'm kidding.
So this is a line of merchandise.
Yes, this is actually really cool. It's called Legends, and they're half. They're 1:2 ratio. It's a half size bust, so it's
Okay.
half the size of a normal bust.
So it's
So
kind
the
of to scale like the Alfred, not the Alfred head, the William Shakespeare head.
No, that's a
is
little
that-
bit bigger.
Is that 1-to-1?
Yeah, that's 1-to-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1-to-1 is, you could actually plop it. You could surgically attach it to somebody's body, and they could walk around with the tilty head, and you could.
And 1-to-2 is like half.
It's half scale.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
So here is, thank you, love.
Oh,
The Bruce Lee.
that's amazing.
This is fantastic. And I'm sorry, Mr. Lee, I'm taking a lot of liberties with you. Look at him.
That is beautiful.
And
It's a
the
nice
base
design.
is
the
really
base
cool.
is my god. The base
is the Black Beauty. Yep.
I
So we'll
love
keep
it.
this here right next to the Surf's Up Batman. But we were talking about, because you fell down the rabbit hole.
I did.
You went down one of the best rabbit holes I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
Which I have fallen down multiple times. The Batman 66
Mhm.
/ Green Hornet rabbit hole.
/ Green Hornet. Although
So-
I didn't get to it this time because it's not the season I watched.
Gotcha. No, the crossover is in season 2, which
I'm so looking forward to.
it is such a. I mean, the villain sucks. Not the actor who plays the villain, but
Just the general.
the villain is Colonel Gum, and I have no idea what army he's a colonel in. Nor do I really give a rat's ass. But the woman who plays his employer, Pinky Pinkerton, was unique for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
One, she is one of 2 actresses who made multiple appearances on Batman as different characters.
Okay.
Yes, they're actually one of 3. My apologies. There are only 1, 2, 3. One was Anne Francis, who was Zelda the Great. You remember Zelda the Great?
Mhm.
And she was also Olga, Queen of the Cossacks, in season 3.
Okay, so she comes back.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and Zelda the Great comes back, but as a different character. Pinky Pinkerton was played by Diane Bain. Oh, Diane Bain or Diane McBain? No, Diane Bain, because I would have remembered McBain, because that's from The Simpsons. You're a nerd.
I was elected to lead, not
Mike
to read.
Zapsik, you're a nerd.
And proud of it.
And you're proud of it.
So before we
we got. I just want to give a shout out.
And the third one.
We got folks from Puerto Rico.
Nice.
here.
And
Yeah.
Ooh.
nobody asked me what my third one was.
What's your
The-
third?
The third one was the beautiful Lee Merriweather, who was Catwoman in the Batman movie.
That's right.
Ooh,
So it was-
very nice.
It was Neymar first.
Julie Newmar.
Newmar first.
Not-
Sorry.
You're thinking
Neymar.
Namor Black Panther. I
Yeah.
gotcha. Black Panther 2.
But she was first.
Julie Newmar, yes.
Then the movie after
Then the movie
first
came
season.
out, yes, because she was contractually unavailable for the movie. Then the third season, she was unavailable. I think she was already in a season.
And she's not the only one that has cast changes that I've read about.
No, there was so Batman 66 is, but we were talking about Bruce Lee, but we're gonna go to Batman now.
Yeah.
'Cause why the hell not?
Before we hop into Batman fully, why don't we do our top 5 picks or your top 5 picks for comics of the week?
Because you want to go down the.
I do a little bit
I
because
gotcha.
I love this show.
I gotcha. We're gonna do these. Mike's top 5. Can we get? I want music for that. Mike's top 5.
Yeah, we should have.
We should get music.
Mike's top 5.
There you go. I love it. Thank you. Here we have Dark Crisis: World Without a Superman. Superman _1, and that's a really cool cover. This is such a fun title. In a universe where Darkseid, in a universe where Darkseid holds sway, and he is
a bit more powerful than usual.
Yes. He controls all. He's conquered the entire universe.
In a world where the DC universe is fucked.
And yes, exactly. In a universe where, and Jonathan Kent has to grow up under the shadow of Darkseid, which sucks. So this just has Clark Kent teaching him how to, be a responsible adult in that particular universe. And it's really cool. It's got a lot of really tender moments. So I loved it. It's by Tom King, and it's also got an Aquaman backup story. Chris Burnham did the art with, is that Jorge Lucas, or am I mistaken? I probably am. Adriano Lucas was a colorist. Adriano Lucas is the colorist. So that's it's really cool, and check it out. Next one up is Batman Urban Legends. This is an anthology title, which it's notable for having in issue 4 Tim Drake come out as bisexual. That's what its claim to fame was. But this is it's a fun title. It's got a bunch of, it's like sort of like a Brave and the Bold. Batman teams up, especially in this issue, but he does it in.
When you frame it as an anthology, is it kind of like a Batman what if scenario?
No.
Or is it just anthology in different stories?
Anthology it's got multiple stories in it, and from different time frames.
Okay.
So you have like Batman in year 1, and he's, first time he teams up with the Flash. You've got him teaming up with Black Adam, and they're taking down. They're telling it from it. They're not telling you where it fits in continuity. You get clues, but that's pretty much what
it's up to you.
Yeah, okay. You fit it in. They're like, hey,
I really like the art style.
Yeah, it's this is Jim Cheung, who did Young Avengers, which is one of my favorite titles of the past 20 years. Young Avengers reinvigorated the whole concept of the Avengers. Like they're the next
generation.
Grouping. They're the next gen of.
It's not the one with the actual children of them, because I know that there's a direct.
No, that was A Next, and they also had a What If. What if the.
You know the direct-to-video movie I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
that's taken from that What If story.
Okay, cool.
Next up is Mandalorian #1.
Ooh.
And it's Mandalorian, not Mandalorian. Manda. Why don't they call him Manda? They should.
Manda show.
But I was really excited for this until I read it. And this is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this, except it's like a shot-for-shot retelling of the first episode of The Mandalorian, which I was like,
comic book form?
Yeah, and I'm like, it's okay,
it's cool.
I loved the first episode of Mandalorian, so I have absolutely nothing against this, but that's what it is. If spoiler alert, it's the first episode of The Mandalorian, so you don't have to get it in comic book form, or you can, if you don't want to be a sucker and use your brain, just watch it on TV, or go out and buy this. But this is. it's the first Mandalorian comic book. So people
You
are
expected a little more.
yeah,
A little more oomph.
I did. I expected just a touch, but
And that's fair.
but you know what? It was still pretty damn cool.
I think that
So
maybe
there was nothing new. Like
No.
you saw the episode, there was nothing you learned. No shadowing. Of
I'm not going to
characters.
say that. There's a couple of things in there
Okay.
that you're like, oh, that's odd. I don't remember that. And you know, there are a
Can I
couple
see
of
it?
tweaks. Absolutely, there are a couple of tweaks in here, but
absolutely nothing wrong with this
No.
unless you read it.
well, that's yeah,
one of the
Buy it,
comments.
put it-
That was a
write
good
board
one.
in a bag and
yeah.
file it.
That's
away.
pretty much what it should
Actually,
be.
the artwork looks pretty great.
The artwork is great.
Yeah.
I do like the Drew Struzan esque cover.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That I'll always appreciate. But I think that that might be a one time thing where it's just like, all right, we'll get them started on the same
Yeah.
footing, and then I wouldn't be surprised if moving forward it's way different stories.
So that cover, it's reminding me of what piece of art did we just post yesterday on our social channels with the
Oh, the
characters shadowed in
oh the
illuminated
100
by the-
100 years of Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah.
that just struck me.
Yeah, 100 years of Jay and Silent. So let's talk about that for a second. Well, in the middle of top five.
Now we'll just
Well, we'll wait till after
Well,
top five,
it's-
but
it's-
your
well,
point noted.
There we go.
All right.
So that's actually really cool.
We'll circle back to that. Folks. Yes.
Here we go. Hellfire Gala. X-Men #1 Hellfire Gala. Every year, all the mutants throw a big gala on Krakoa, and they invite the elite of the human world, humanity, to come in and hobnob with the mutants and famous. And this time around, there's kind of a snag because
Nothing can just go smoothly. huh?
no, not for the X-Men. There's a snag because mutants have conquered death.
What?
Yes. The mutants in the Marvel Universe 616 have conquered death. Anytime they die, they can download their consciousness from when they died to
Quote unquote new body.
to a new body. Yes.
Wow.
And they can create a new
Whoa.
body.
Okay.
But it only works for mutants.
Oh.
So, because
That only works for mutants because it's only available to mutants, or there's something about the mutant genetic code that makes
That-
them particularly.
we're
Yes.
not quite
Right
sure,
for
but
that.
yes. How about yes?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And there are people out there who are kind of pissed about this. And the news broke in the Daily Bugle by
Get Moira McTaggart
by
on the
Ben
phone and
Urich.
find out.
Hold on, no, Moira McTaggart is one of the bad guys in this one.
Ooh,
Spoiler alert, folks.
really?
So she
Okay.
ends up going to she infiltrates.
Moira McTaggart.
Moira McTaggart is, you know who she is?
Put on
No,
your
obviously
put on
not,
your
'cause he asked,
professor
but he
hat.
asked,
Okay.
Explain.
Yes.
Moira McTaggart was a paramour of Charles Xavier back in when he got out of the army and before he formed the X-Men.
Mhm.
He was romancing a Scottish lass named Moira McTaggart, and they fell in love, and they both were genetic researchers. They were both the world's greatest authorities on mutants.
Okay.
So while Charles went off, she broke his heart. She
wasn't featured in First Class, was she? The movie?
yes, she was.
She was, okay,
but she
yeah.
was a CIA agent in that. In this, in the real, in the
Canon,
comic book world,
canon.
in the real world, in the my nerd real world.
In the world where they didn't fuck it up.
Well, no, that's long ago and far away, my friend.
Sorry.
They keep fucking shit up.
long, long ago.
So
Moira,
Moira McTaggart
why did
turns
she
out
break his heart?
she broke
Why
his
did
heart
she-
because she met somebody while he was at war, and she ended up sleeping with the dude, and
Oh,
she
Dear
got pregnant.
Charles
She got a
situation?
dear Charles letter.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I know. He was, and so he bummed around and met his first evil mutant, who was the Shadow King, and met Storm. She picked this pocket. So, which is pretty
that's cool.
Yeah, she picked his pocket, and he was about to. He's like, "Wow, I think she's a mutant." And then, like, he got slapped around by the Shadow King, and she ran off. And he's like, "I've got to find her later on," which, of course, because
Yes.
Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
But Moira continued to do her work.
Moira was,
obviously.
she was pregnant, and she gave birth to one of the most powerful mutants on the planet, Proteus, who can.
Pregnant with Charles Xavier's.
It was not Charles
Maybe
Xavier's.
not.
It was the
Another gentleman.
guy's name was Joe McTaggart.
Ah.
So she was Moira something else. unless it was just fucking McTaggart. I don't know.
And
Maybe
she had one of the most
maybe
powerful-
Everyone's named McTaggart.
I know,
in the
yeah.
universe. Yeah,
Well,
in Scotland.
In Scotland, yes.
So that's the character, and she's a villain in this story.
And
Spoiler alert.
turns out, yes. Turns out she's been a mutant all along. She never told Charles.
Whoa.
so-
Yeah.
But it was actually, that's true, because she was, but she lives her life and she dies and then is reborn, and she remembers everything that she did in her past lives.
Yeah.
So she's been fucking with them and like universe hopping, which is weird. She's been universe hopping. So she actually kidnaps Mary Jane Watson, which is kind of a dick move because
Yeah, no.
you don't want to involve Spider-Man
Out of,
in
out
all
of
your
everybody,
shit.
out of all the people.
Yeah.
Like, why you gotta
Super-
mess with Spider-Man?
Supermodel Mary Jane Watson. Why would you,
Come on.
been seen with Spider-Man's girlfriend?
She deals
So-
with enough.
So,
I know. So
you
she
gonna
she
tell us?
tags
Okay.
she tags along. She inhabits Mary Jane's body and goes because she's on like their 10 most wanted list. So she infiltrates there and she lets everybody know, and she sort of like screws around with people. And I don't know what her end game is, but in this one they announce who the next team of X-Men are going to be.
Oh,
And should I spoil that?
introducing.
You know what? Yes,
I
it's
mean-
part of the history.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm
So I'm going to
curious.
spoil them.
Christian said the voice of
All
God.
right, good, Neil.
Presence of
Yeah,
God says yes.
so it's Cyclops, Marvel Girl, and Sync. They are staying with the team. Tony Stark comes in and he finds out that they've been Xavier and Magneto fucked with Mr. Fantastic's mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, it's not really good. But so
I like this RoboCop style visor that they had Scott
right there,
rocking. Yeah.
yeah, it is kind of cool. That's his casual.
That's
visor.
that's casual
That's
wear.
casual visor. So it's Sync, Cyclops, and Marvel Girl, joined by Forge.
Oh, really?
Yes, Darkchild, who is Magic, actually. Magic. Havoc, Cyclops' brother. And this is really weird. Iceman and Firestar.
Really?
Yes, no Spider-Man, but his amazing friends.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
Interesting.
That's-
We're gonna see how
yeah.
Spider-Man
You seem
does
really
that.
enthralled by that book. All right.
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
All right, and what's
we're
this,
Kind of fans of the mutants, so
Yeah, we like the mutant word. And this one, this is really cool. It's called Impact Winter.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
Impact Winter.
Indie comic?
It's Image.
Image. Yep.
But let's say, I don't know.
Why do we like it?
I love the artwork. And Travis Beacham is a hell of a writer. And here's what happens.
Who was the artist that you love?
No, the
Also-
writer is Travis Beacham,
Yes,
who I
yes,
love, and
right.
Stephen Green and Matt Hollingsworth.
Right,
They're very good. You put me on the spot. You just, I know, but you're putting me on the spot. You're killing me. Killing me. Look,
Come on,
it's Mary Jane
Professor.
Watson. So comet hits, or not a comet, an asteroid hits the Earth and causes Impact Winter.
Ooh.
Yes, and we find out that because they are, vampires are real.
Ooh.
And vampires are using humans as sport.
Of course they are.
They always
Why
do,
wouldn't
though.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because vampires.
Because vampires.
Because vampires.
That book is awesome, by the way.
I'm telling you.
That book is so cool.
I know, for a 7-year-old. And resources are stretched thin, and these people are growing up. This young lady is growing up in the shadow of that Impact Winter.
Good story, though.
Great story.
Yeah.
And a
Number
good volley
one.
for serve. Number
Yeah,
one.
So you can
Yep.
get started. and Keep going.
So those were your
All
top
right.
5.
Those are my top 5.
But we do have like a couple of things to cover before we dive into what
Okay.
we said we were. Do you want to start with the 100-year bash?
Let's,
And,
yes.
And let's explain that.
Roland Pittman says he's waiting to spend his money. He just needs a little bit more
All right.
information. So, Christian, you're pulling up that image.
Yes, I am.
Yes. So I told you we would get back to talking about how that looked. So,
This is gorgeous, right?
It is gorgeous. It did a nice
It's
job.
that's
Yeah.
so dope.
So-
Are you guys
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
sell it as a print?
It will be.
It's
available
part
as
of-
a print as part of your package.
Part of a package.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's basically very similar, just on a much more limited because it's only one day and there's a lot of other stuff going on as the birthday bash.
Yeah, you need to talk into your microphone, woman.
I do? All
Yes.
right.
I was trying to do it subtly. I'm sorry.
Subtly? No, you can't be subtle with me, really. So, yeah, you show up at the stash during your appointed photo op time slot. Time slots are an hour.
I was going to say, is that us? Because
And-
that was like Comics on Cannabis. I was like, what the hell is that?
I
I
I
love
got
that
rid of
show,
it.
but
Yeah, no. I had to get rid of it real quick.
I gotcha.
So if you buy your ticket for 2:00, you show up at 1:50. You get checked in, and Kevin and Jay will greet you. You come in, meet and greet. You get your picture taken. We have been getting questions about signings, so we'll check on that.
Yeah.
and we'll be able to confirm that. And so you get an hour to hobnob and to hang out at the store, and then you, as Kevin would say, fuck off and let the next group come in. There'll be 5 time slots: 2:00, 3:00, 4:00, 5:00, and 6:00. And you can hang out in beautiful Red Bank. You can go to the beach.
Sure.
8:00.
Go to Yestercades.
Actually, 7:00 doors open over at Atlantic Movie House, and 8:00, Jay and Silent Bob Get Old live on stage, and that is also part of your ticket. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in.
Jay and Silent Bob get real
Oh,
old.
was that enough
100 years.
information? What else?
I think that was perfect.
The photo, Josh Roush, Dr. Josh Roush, my personal friend and physician, is going to be taking the photographs, and Josh is awesome. We're going to have
Josh is like chicken soup for the soul,
he is chickens. He's
and his lovely, lovely co-conspirator.
yeah, Liv. Liv is awesome.
We love you
hope-
guys.
I hope Liv is going to be here, but I know Josh is.
Mhm.
And he's chicken soup for my soul. Might not be for yours because he'll tell you to fuck off.
Sometimes that's
when
what
it's
you
time
need,
to get out,
though.
yeah.
Sometimes that's what you
Yeah.
need, right? Yeah.
I would say so.
Yes,
Right.
that's exactly right.
So there was a earlier comment that someone was asking if I had read Animal Man by Grant Morrison. I have not, but do you know what that is?
Of course, Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison is pro-vegan, and his run on Animal Man was very vegetarian centric, which makes sense because Animal Man takes the powers of animals,
Mhm.
and he doesn't want to see them dead. So, but I think
He's
that
like the Lorax, except he speaks for the animals.
he speaks for the animals. That's exactly what he does. Sort of like Vixen,
Okay.
a little bit like Vixen, and Buona Beast. All those people who tap into the animalistic nature of the superhero universes.
And when did Grant do a run?
Back in the 90s. Yeah. It was before he hit it big on Justice League.
Mm.
That's the
Justice League of JLA.
Silver Age?
No,
damn it.
Modern Age.
Modern Age.
Yes, it's Modern Age. Not the Copper Age, not the Bronze Age, the Modern Age.
Modern Age.
Yes.
Right.
Like within the past 20 years. 25 years.
We had one more question that I had seen
Yes.
a couple of times, and it was, did you guys catch Thor: Love and Thunder?
Did not see it. It's been
Not yet.
a week and a half, I'm telling you.
How about you, Christian? Did you see
did
it?
you
We
see
haven't
it?
gotten out to see it yet.
Yes, I did.
You did.
Did you love it?
All
I
right.
did.
You did.
And
It was
some-
good. It's gotten great reviews.
I loved it.
Some guy came in yesterday who is a huge pain in the ass, and spoiled it for me. He spoils everything. He spoiled Star Trek. He spoiled Star Trek Brave New Worlds for me. He just spoils everything. He's a spoiler.
Brave? Do you mean Strange New Worlds?
Yes,
Strange
Strange
New
New Worlds. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Brave.
I was
Actually,
like,
I
wait.
want Brave New Worlds. How about Brave New Worlds?
I'm
That'd
like,
be cool.
is that season 2?
I'm
Dope.
sorry. Actually, and they have announced that Strange New Worlds did get a second season.
No way! I
So,
didn't
yes,
see that
yeah,
one. That's
yep.
fantastic.
So I'm very excited about that.
That's awesome.
Wonderful.
Oh, we have one question. How many fans in each hour session? I'm assuming that's for the 100-year bash.
Yes,
I think
it's going to
that's-
be 40 per hour.
up to 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of this. It's the same system as the Clerks gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Roughly, but just
We had more.
fewer people per time
Yeah.
slot to allow for more and longer time slots for more
Right.
time. So
Mhm.
because we were able to do that this time,
And the stash will not be open to the general public
except in the morning.
except in the morning from
11
11
to
to 1.
11 to 1.
1:15.
15, yeah. And then we have to
And
kick
then-
everybody out and
Then
get ready for
then
the
everyone has
party
to
business.
fuck off.
Yeah, no admittance except for party business. Maybe you should put that on the sign now. Do you think people will get that?
No
Who in the
admittance.
listening audience got that one? No admittance
No-
except for party business.
No
except on party
ticks.
business. Yeah, that's
No
right.
tickets.
That's right.
And then just a
Um,
thumb.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Ryan Carey Weir asked Smodcastle Film Festival news. There is some news, but I don't know if it's been announced yet. So stay tuned. There's
Keep your eyes open.
keep your eyes open. There's some news incoming very, very soon.
Yep.
Cool.
And it is Steampunk Bash. We got a
I want to see some costumes, people.
Christopher Hewitt says Steampunk
Yep,
Bash.
steampunk.
Yeah, it was. Kevin really wanted to see what it looked like, and that was Captain Ribman's
Captain Ribman's art.
figures.
Yep.
And then we've got a group of folks who Hyperdrive who worked on putting it all together
Right.
in a coherent art piece, and they're fantastic to work with. So yeah, it came out really nicely. So yeah, people will get a print. They'll get a not anniversary. Listen, I'm still back in May.
I know you
They'll get a birthday bash lanyard.
Yes, you will.
And a show, a live show. Yeah.
Get a show, a
Mhm.
print, and a lanyard.
Yep.
All right.
No lanyard,
Johnny,
no admittance.
Johnny, please don't put the fact that you'll sacrifice your child to come to the show.
It
in
ain't worth it.
writing
No,
on-
so-
out
No.
There, we don't wanna
There will
hear
be
about
other
that.
ones. Yeah, I
We
don't
don't
need
hear about
that.
There'll be other ones to sacrifice.
We don't
your kids
need
for.
Oh, I
that
thought
kind
you
of
meant
press.
other kids to sacrifice. Yes.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be the first one. It could be anyone, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Don't.
Mike.
Yes.
There
we go.
Batman. All right. I'm ready to nerd out.
Cool.
I love this show. So,
Yes. Yes. Let's talk some Batman. Let's actually finish up on our Green Arrow thing. You were a
Green
little
Hornet.
Green Arrow. What the hell? I know. I'm like
drink,
green.
drink the
I
coffee.
know.
More
That's-
coffee.
Drink the coffee.
More
Coffee. Thank you. Green
He
Hornet,
had no
which
bagel this
I
morning.
absolutely loved this show back in the day. Green Hornet, that was my favorite of all the Batmans, of all the Batman TV shows. That was my favorite. And I loved me some Yvonne Craig as Batgirl.
Mhm.
But Green Hornet and Kato versus Batman and Robin, that was like, and, you know, as a 6-year-old kid, you're like, you know, this is fan-freaking-tastic.
That's kind of, well, without Batman 66, I wouldn't have known that the Green Hornet show even existed.
I know.
But I'm so glad that I do know, because honestly, it's one of the most underrated superhero shows ever made.
One of the most underrated action shows ever made, and it's really, it's
Bruce Lee-
disgusting.
Bruce Lee's first American role?
Yes, one, I believe so. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, it was his first
Not first role, first
American role.
Mhm.
Yes,
And you said he was trying to break into Hollywood, right?
he
That's
was.
why
He
accepted the
actually
role.
was breaking into Hollywood,
Mhm.
and he made friends with everybody on the cast. Everybody loved Bruce Lee, and which I thought was amazing. However, the executives were racist pieces of shit back in 1966 or 1967 when the show came. It was 66.
Gotta
when the
ruin
show came out.
everything.
They do. They ruin fucking everything. And it's the suits. The suits do it all the time. He was getting more fan mail than Van Williams,
Who played the Green
who played the Green Hornet,
Mhm.
and which never happened ever. And while he was there, he came up with the concept of Kung Fu, the TV show, not just Kung Fu. Yeah, because that goes back.
I was about to say, I was like, wait.
He went back in time because he made all that Green Hornet money and built a time machine. No, he was. He came up with the concept of the gentleman who walks, you know, the earth, you know, looking for his purpose in life,
Mhm.
and which is really cool, very, very deep shit. And then they gave it to David Carradine. They stole the idea and gave it to David Carradine because they're racist pieces of shit.
And
Back
they
in
didn't think that an
1967.
American audience would
No.
tune in week after week to see.
To see an Asian lead.
Mhm.
And he was getting, you morons, he was getting twice as much mail as Van Williams.
Probably
who-
why it's probably factored into it though, right? They're like, dude, this guy's blowing up. We can't have that. It
No,
might,
and
yeah.
Talk
Let's,
about a bunch of dickweeds.
And Van wasn't like, he didn't have an ego about it. From what
No,
I've read.
he
He
absolutely
was like, you should. This dude is amazing.
He's like, this guy is fantastic. And he lobbied for him to have more speaking parts to get more lines in each episode.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, son of a bitch, you know, and he couldn't do it. Van Williams, from all accounts, was just one of the
Coolest people.
unbelievable for, you know, the time, not just the time, but even now,
you
that
know,
he was a nice
Just a
guy in
genuinely nice
Hollywood.
person.
you know
Holy
how
shit.
I
Not a
know
dick.
Van was cool.
Yeah.
He turned down the Green Hornet movie. You're
Yes.
cool. You're a cool
Yeah.
dude in my book for that
Absolutely.
one, man. The only thing that I think that movie got right was the car. That was it.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
And
Everything
didn't-
else, I'm like, no.
Didn't they rip the car in half too?
They did everything
Oh,
bad
then-
to that
then-
fucking car.
Seriously,
In that
that
movie.
sucks. And yeah,
But without
Seth Rogen as the Green Hornet. Yeah,
As Brit-
no,
as Brit-
no,
Britt Reed,
no, sorry, no.
Although their Kato was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was. I just can't I
No.
can't remember the name.
I got
But
you.
without Batman 66, I would have never found out about Green Hornet. But we are going to then talk about Batman
yeah. Then
1966.
let's talk about
So-
season one.
Yes.
Because
So we're
we
gonna-
can revisit this
Yes.
as often as possible.
There's
'cause I love this.
120 episodes total. It's a
Yes.
very weird order for how they did it. There's 34 episodes in the first season alone,
Right.
and then 60 in the second,
Yes.
and I think again 34.
Yes.
I can't
Yeah,
do math right now.
and the third season was mostly one-offs. And one
That's right. There's no.
there are almost no two-parters because most of them were two-parters because you would have and they rhymed. It's so much fun.
The
in
two
back then.
parters.
Hey diddle diddle, yeah. It's like
See, that's
hey
what
diddle diddle, and then it's like Batman's in the middle, you know. So and
That's what I honestly like. That's what I love about this. So it's so much fun. But Adam West is probably my favorite Batman now.
of course he
Like,
should be. He was
he-
a fantastic Batman.
He.
I mean, just the first episode alone when he did the Batusi,
Oh my god.
that was so great, right?
The first episode is probably my favorite because it not only introduces us to this fucking cockamamie world that is this version of Gotham City, it's just everybody who's in it is giving it their all, and you could tell they're having a blast while
Oh my
doing it.
god, yes.
And like, and for all intents and purposes, no one had to give a crap about Batman
No.
66, but Adam West brings such a gravitas to that role, even at its silliest.
I know it was. He's playing it dead serious, just like Shatner did with Kirk, and they're both Canadian, and they both come from the same type of acting style.
Really?
So yeah. Oh, well, I mean,
Okay, yeah.
call it the
The record
the-
skip.
Shat West. No, I've got no mashup there, but
Yeah, no.
the Shatner West style of
Shat West.
Shat West. Shat West.
Listen, don't piss off Shatner because he's going to be on stage with Kevin soon.
Okay,
No,
that's right.
he
He's in
won't.
Hall
Yeah,
H.
so-
So,
yeah,
so
yeah,
but
so-
hey, you kidding me? I love William Shatner.
Oh,
I
no,
think that he
he's
is
the
fantastic.
shit.
He was my favorite. I'm sorry, Anson Mount's my favorite captain now, but he was my favorite captain of all the captains in the Federation, for God's sakes.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, we have to talk about Strange New Worlds and the guy who played Kirk too.
well,
at
in
some
a,
point,
in a,
if it's
yeah,
not
maybe,
today,
no, we'll do it
maybe
next
time.
week. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually planning on watching that show. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
Okay,
guys
yeah.
have sold me on it. So
Okay,
I will
good, good,
watch
good.
it and we can discuss.
Hello,
That'd be
Delia.
great. That'd be great.
I hope we got to see you when we were in Edinburgh. And
Hello.
Adam West is a Canadian treasure because he was from Canada, but
But we claim him. He's
We
an
claim-
American
I-
treasure.
And the
Look.
really cool thing is later on in life, Adam West and Van Williams were neighbors in Idaho.
Really?
Yes, they both had ranches in Idaho, which is amazing. When
Van
Green-
had the Black Beauty in the garage,
Yeah, right.
and Adam had the Batmobile.
But
Take
just
it out
like
for
on-
the Sunday
like on-
stroll.
like on the
Drag,
Simpsons,
scuba drag racing.
like on the
you know.
Simpsons, the fucking the muffler was dragging on the ground.
The Batmobile's seen better days.
Atomic batteries to power, probably not, but but yes, they brought such he was so straight laced about Robin, dental health is the most important thing in your life right now. Like, yeah, of course. And
He really did
Yeah,
deliver.
Oh my God,
It
yeah.
was, like, very
I
good,
didn't.
yeah.
I didn't realize upon second watching how suburban mom these lessons were.
oh my god, it was
It's like-
amazing.
I was like, "Wear your seatbelts, kids." don't drink and
I
drive,
guess
which
a lot
was
of kids were
good.
sitting in front of the TV while moms were doing what? Like, what were they doing back in the 60s? A lot of
Vacuuming
drugs,
and
right?
smoking,
A lot of
yeah.
drugs, yeah.
Stay
Drugs.
in school, kids.
Yeah, drinking Pepsi, smoking, popping some pills.
They even
yeah.
told Batman he couldn't drive drunk.
I know
That was great.
That's that. You know what? That's
That was-
what sold me.
That's
I was
right.
Like, I was like,
I've got to save Robin.
I gotta
And it's
say,
like-
and they're like, he's in no shape to drive.
Wow.
And
yeah.
he hands the keys to the
Yeah.
of the Batmobile.
I
to
know,
the
I know.
cops.
And there was a little. Did you notice the rabbit's foot on the key fob?
There was a.
I'm kidding. No, there was. Although that would have been so cool. That would have been awesome.
Oh my god, I'm trying. I'm trying to pull up my notes because I have on the first one especially. I had. I loved the introduction to Gotham City. You think Gotham City is a peaceful city? Ho ho ho! Put your gum under your seats, hold your breath, and get ready to cheer Batman and hiss at his diabolical enemies. Hissable enemy number 1 is now about to strike.
That's right. And it was the Riddler, correct?
Yes, it was. The first guy to play the Riddler, though, because
That was Frank Gorshin. There were
Yes.
2 guys who played the Riddler.
one was John Ashton.
Yes, John Aston in season 2 because I think there was a
Ooh.
contract dispute. It was a little bit of kashish. They needed a little bit of a kashish going on.
So when was the show immediately popular?
Yes.
Like from the
like
jump,
right off the bat. It was
pun intended.
and exactly. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. But yes, from Jump Street, they were like, bam! It was holy shit. We've never seen ratings like this before. You know, because people were tuning in. There are only 3 goddamn channels that you could watch.
That's
kids,
true.
and affiliates.
We don't know
too.
what was up against them.
What was
do
it?
we?
It was
Uh,
ABC, NBC, CBS.
It was, I believe, they were ABC. Although there were Filmways, which was CBS, but I'm pretty sure they were on ABC. 66.
Let's
Um,
see.
Remember when comic
How
book men
Batman
had-
66 killed the monsters.
Oh,
what?
wow.
Interesting. Yeah. Apparently, Screen Rant did an article about that. Let me
Okay.
see.
Can you link that to me? I want to read that.
Oh,
And-
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm a big
how about that
Munsters
Screen-
fan.
Screen dollars or whatever that is.
What is it?
It's just
It's premieres.
Premieres on.
But- Yeah, but we're not going to find out who was again. Okay, so we're
Might
going to
have
have to do a
been,
little
but
bit of
okay.
research. We'll come back and we'll
Yeah.
let you know. And I'll keep that
I'm-
link up, Christian. I'll give that. to
No,
you.
it was on ABC.
So,
It
yeah.
had to be ABC because I remember it like at the end. So, and they were supposed to move over to NBC after they were canceled by ABC. They
And
were
then they were like, nah.
yeah. Once the ratings went down, the ratings dipped, and they were like, yeah, see ya. And then they struck all the sets.
Like unforgivably dipped, or like could have been sustained.
Could have been sustained, which is why NBC was like, we'll take it.
How many seasons did it actually
3.
end up
3.
being? Okay.
3.
But it's 120 episodes.
Yes.
Wow.
So it technically had a sturdy run.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just counted as 3 seasons.
Kick comic book men's asses, I'll tell you that much.
Mhm.
Only by what?
24 episodes. Only by a full, 2 seasons as cable runs. Not only that, but they had much more interesting. And let's talk about the villains.
Yes.
We had Frank Gorshin,
So before
And
we get to the villains,
Jill St. John.
I just want to answer
Sure.
Ryan's question. It is streaming. It is Batman 66 is streaming on Tubi, and it is fully restored.
Nice.
So it's beautiful looking. I loved that part. I had no
Mhm.
idea I was about to watch like a pristine version of the show. So I was happier than a pig in shit.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I love the Batman 66 villains.
Yes, they are amazing.
There's nothing about them that I don't. Okay, no, that's not true. Mr. Freeze is what I forgot, and I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. This was my nerddom acting up. I forgot that Mr. Freeze's cool backstory comes from Batman the Animated Series. So when I heard Mr. Freeze was showing up, I was like, "Oh, we're gonna get that cool kick-ass storyline where it's like he's just he's just trying to bring his wife back."
No.
It's just dude can't be in warm
Yeah,
weather.
but it was they gave him a little bit more backstory, I think season 2, where it was like he has to be in that protective suit because Batman screwed up, or not screwed up, but like threw something
Yeah.
during a raid. because Batman went on raids.
Yeah.
He's like, hey,
Batman
hey,
went-
Batman, we're going on a raid. Sure things, Chief O'Hara.
Batman and the cops were really like
They were tight.
They were tight.
I'm telling you.
But man, were the Gotham PD a bunch of cowards.
They were a bunch of lily-livered.
Yellow bellies.
Oh my God! And well, I mean, most of them were like British and Irish, so that should tell you something. Oh, I'm kidding, folks. I'm kidding. I don't want to be. I'm
He's
about to be
kidding.
canceled. Yeah, the
Don't
royal
cancel
family is
our
like
show.
royal
I
family.
love doing this.
Woo, I want that zapsic off the air. Like, oh shit. I pissed off Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I'm coming for you, baby.
No, I
Coming,
think,
Elizabeth.
I think the Queen would give us a double thumbs up. Actually,
I would hope so, because
I do.
She's a confirmed 66 Batman fan.
I would hope.
I think
Well,
she is.
she was
Did
probably
she knight Adam West?
that would be
He's
awesome.
dead, right?
Well, she could. I mean,
Oh.
she could knight his
Posthumously?
corpse.
Can you do that?
Yeah, why not?
Posthumously. That's the word of the
Posthumously.
day. Posthumously.
Posthumously.
I can't pronounce it, but I know how to spell it.
Posthumously.
That's right.
So and during
Mark,
Comic
did
Book
you get
Man,
that? The word of the day.
Yeah, there you go.
The word of the posthumously dark knighted. That's the name of this. Posthumously dark knighted. There you go.
Posthumously dark-knighted.
So
Yes.
we met Adam West. Really great guy. He called me a poor deluded child. That was awesome.
Really? Did he say it in his,
Yes.
in his Batman
You
voice?
poor deluded child. I was like, that's fantastic.
That was a good Adam West.
Thank you. I
That
do
was
a,
awesome.
Thank you. I do a pretty mean Adam West when I want to. So he was fantastic. We had a race between the Batmobile and the Black Beauty, because Ming and I were arguing that the Black Beauty would have kicked the Batmobile's ass. Now, I don't really feel that way, but somebody has to be on Ming's side.
I'm sorry. I love the Black Beauty, but
Black
that's
Beauty.
a losing argument.
That is a very much a losing argument.
Turbines to speed alone.
Yeah, I know. The fact that it's like hooked up to a nuclear pile, it's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
You're done.
You're dead. Seriously, just even inhaling the exhaust from that will give you lung cancer like in 7 seconds.
What was it like to see that car in person? Because that also highlights another
the
thing I love
Black
about
Beauty?
that show. Black Beauty, but the 66 Batmobile.
I got to drive the 66 Batmobile, which is
That's
one
pretty
of it
badass,
was
right?
awesome. I've been in every one of the Bat vehicles.
Everyone.
The 66, yes. I've been in the Bat Cycle, I've driven the Batmobile. They wouldn't let me fly the Batcopter, but
That's fair.
I rode in the Batcopter. They should have let me fly it. That would have been cool.
Is
That would
that
have been cool.
is that on the East Coast? The Batcopter?
It was, yes. Actually, it was on the East Coast and the West Coast. It travels, but they take it on an 18-wheeler around.
Did it have the bat ladder attached to it?
No, but I could have thrown one out. But he did have the Bat Shark repellent in there.
No.
Yes, he did. He had the Bat Shark repellent, a couple other, Bat Piranha spray, Bat Barracuda,
Did it
away.
really?
Yeah, it did. It had
That
it
is
like
awesome.
I love everything about that.
That is
it was
so
great,
awesome.
and we were flying around, and we're like going through people's backyards, and well, we were flying like close enough that I'm like, oh, check it out, those people are skinny dipping, and I was like, hey, can you hover here for a minute? That's a freebie, right? So just
Creepy.
yeah, I know.
That was good, Julian.
I'm just gonna.
What were your
call it as I
memories
see
of the
it
show,
there.
Julian? Were you a fan were you a fan
Of
as a kid?
66?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Yep. I was one of those kids where I would like amble in from, getting all cut up and beat up outside playing, and I would plop myself in front of the TV, as my mom drank Pepsi and smoked cigarettes
There you
and
go.
probably popped some other stuff and cooked a terrible dinner. Yes. So-
Are your mom and my mom
The same?
The same, yeah, pretty
Apparently,
much. Yeah,
yes.
they were.
Yeah. There was a lot in common.
Yeah,
yes.
back in the 70s. That's what
That's what moms did.
I'm
yeah.
making. I'm making shake and bake, and you can help. No,
parenting,
no, it was
lack of
really-
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just leave that right there.
And we were
Yes,
also
yes,
in
yes.
the bat boat, so
Oh my
I
god!
sunned in the bat boat. We didn't go. Yeah,
Really?
sweetheart, you were
That's
there.
right.
Are they
You got
all
to
In
see
the
in-
it.
bat boat? No.
Are
I wasn't
they-
in the bat boat.
Wait, are they
Yeah,
all in the
you
same?
didn't go to the bat boat, but you
No.
came by and saw the bat
Yes,
boat.
I did. Yes,
Are they
I
all
distinctly
in
went.
the same collection? Like, are they all held together?
No, different people.
They should be. They that should be a whole set.
It was at one time. It was owned by millionaire Bruce Wayne, so you just kind of parsed it out. And then we got to meet Bruce Ward. Bruce Ward.
Bruce
Burt Ward.
Ward.
Stu, everyone is going to be charming and nice to you because you're a charming and nice person. But that's nice that Adam West was good. Yeah, Oh, I remember meeting Burt Ward. I did at one of the press junkets for Comic Book Men.
Yeah.
At New York Comic Con.
Yep.
I passed by him. He was not a complete dick, right?
No, he actually
Yeah, he actually was nice.
he remembered my name. He's like, Mike. And I was like, because he called to me, like, we're going to a press junket. He was coming back and he screamed my name. And I was like, holy shit, how does he remember me? And, you know, because this guy meets like 1,000
Did it
people.
not register to you for a while that you were on television?
Doesn't matter. It's, you know,
But no, I get it.
yeah, it was one of the things that was, it was awesome.
It was always a little weird. In fact, we were in the green room and oh my gosh, why am I forgetting his name? Such a great guy. Warehouse 13.
Eddie McClintock.
Eddie McClintock. So Eddie McClintock comes up to him and
Artie?
Huh?
Artie?
No, that was
No, not Artie.
that was Pete.
The lead.
Pete Latimer.
Yeah, Pete Latimer. So, I'm like over here and I look over and I see him talking to Michael and I'm like, oh my God, does he know who, and Michael comes over and Eddie was like, hey, yeah, I love your husband. He's awesome. The show is great. And I'm just like, oh, you watch the show? He's like, oh yeah, I do watch the show. He is a fantastic guy.
What a sweet guy. And I
What
was,
a
yeah, I
nice
was
guy
like,
he
wow,
is.
that's
Yeah.
From what I've heard,
That was a
everyone who
thrill.
worked on Warehouse 13 is just awesome people.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's cool.
I
That's very cool.
I do not doubt it.
Even Allison Scagliotti, which is a very unfortunate last name. I loved her. She was great as Claudia. Yeah.
Yeah,
She
was
could have
good.
done much better than Eureka dude.
Oh, but I love Eureka. Colin
Eureka-
Ferguson.
No, he was great, but
Eureka was
great.
We
But
had a good
what's
time.
his name? The guy who was the brown noser.
No. Farlow.
Farlow.
Far-
Yes.
yes.
Fargo.
Fargo.
Fargo. Farlow.
Farlow.
It is taking 3 brains to come
I
up
know.
with these names
That's
this morning.
perfectly fine.
I know.
But Burt Ward, amazing guy, and he loves animals. That's what I cannot get behind him enough for that.
Mm.
He has my favorite nod to 66 Batman ever. So in Crisis on Infinite Earths from the CW shows, they show a bunch of different Earths.
Right?
And there's one that is Earth 66,
That's awesome.
and it's Burt Ward walking a dog
Mhm.
as Dick Grayson, and he looks up to the skies because
Skies are
calamity
turning
is-
red. Yep.
the skies were turning red.
And what do you say? Holy.
I literally wrote it down because I love it. Crap, where'd I put it? It was Holy Crimson Skies of Death, Batman.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I loved that. But there's also I didn't get to watch it, but I'm going to. The reunion movie that they did,
Oh, Back to the Batcave.
Back to the Batcave.
And they did an animated movie with Two-Face,
That they did 2 of them.
which they actually was really cool because they were actually going to have. They had talked about doing Two-Face as a villain. Two-Face was Harvey Dent,
Harvey Dent.
and they were going to cast a very young Clint Eastwood.
Really?
Whoa.
Yes, that was the talk
Huh.
because everybody wanted to be on Batman. Everybody. Sinatra wanted to be in there.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, Sinatra wanted to play in Batman.
Yo,
Take a look at
That's awesome.
Who could have Sinatra played on 66 Batman?
he could have just been a gangster. He could have just been anybody. He could have been Scarface. He could have been the ventriloquist. I don't know. He could have been a whole bunch.
Oh
of
my
people.
God, the
That's-
ventriloquist.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra on Batman. He wanted to be Frank Sinatra Batman. There you go.
So would you use your time jumping chit to go back and bring Sinatra back as in Batman?
Hold on. Who does it say he wants to be? And would I do that? Would I go back in time? I don't know. He wanted to
One
play the
chance to go back
Joker.
Play
in
the
time
Joker?
and bring back
Whoa.
Frank Sinatra. Really? Ooh.
Whoa.
I don't know if he could have pulled that
Bo bo
off.
bo bo bo. No, I don't see him as
People, let us know in the comments, what do you think of
Frank
Frank
Sinatra.
Sinatra's Joker?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I can't see anybody but Cesar Romero.
Oh,
as
yeah,
the
no.
Joker.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, top tier.
Oh, of course.
So the introduction of Sid's Joker has a
Caesar.
premise. Yeah, has a premise that has never been used again in Batman stories, but I think it should be. and it's the idea that Joker comes up with his own utility belt.
Yes.
I want
It was
them
in the
to-
comic books.
that was
They
a
did
comic
it,
book
yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Okay, because I want that story to come back again. I love that. I love the idea of Joker having his own
DC,
shitty utility
DC,
belt.
get on that. Get on that.
Bring it back, people. I
Well,
want it.
Holiday issue. Joker makes
no.
his own utility belt.
No, they've already done it, and why would you beat it to death?
I don't know.
All right, well, because
Bring it back.
they beat everything
Because
to
they bring
death.
everything to death. Yeah. Is there a new story being written? That's right.
I love my wife. She absolutely does.
In the
She
cartoon,
thinks
you
to
under,
death,
no, you no,
apparently,
you
yes,
want
you know,
no, you
yes.
understand the intricacies of DC Comics.
in the
beat
cartoon,
that shit to
Shatner
death.
was Two-Face.
I believe he voiced the.
Oh, in the direct-to-video animated movies. Oh, those were the last 2 projects we got of Adam. Right?
That's right. Yeah.
Mhm. Before we sign off, and I know you have to get
We do. We have to
some
sign
new
off
comics
fairly
out today
soon,
for
yes.
folks. So top 5 and everything else that came out this week. That's great. You want to mention that you'll be next door doing a whatnot?
Oh, I'm doing a whatnot today.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
Jumping into whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna see about doing
our friends and neighbors over at Pop Freak Collectibles next door.
Yeah,
right?
we're going to be doing a Pop Freak collectible whatnot tonight. I'm dipping my toe in to see how it is, and they invited me, and I, kindly invited me, and I'm like, yeah, I want to.
Yeah, so what is
So-
so Pop Freak Collectibles, it'll be streaming on their
Whatever
all
their
channels.
whatnot
they can
thingy,
check out
yeah.
on Instagram. And I think
For
You
it
can
those
buy
who
should
don't
be a lot of
know
fun.
what a whatnot is, though, what is
Whatnot is like it's an auction app, but it's like a
Okay.
live auction app where you're like, hey, I claim that, and it's like, all right, cool, you claimed it, good, give me money.
Oh,
And
Um,
apparently they've got like one of the advantages is it's got a base of users all over the world, so it can get kind of fun, seeing people interacting. And what are you guys focusing on tonight? Don't you have a
Star
theme?
Wars.
Yeah.
It's a Star Wars
That's
theme
right.
tonight.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's right, Star Wars theme. So yeah,
Star Wars,
fun,
nothing
right?
but Star Wars.
Stuart, absolutely. Well, somebody laughed at any Joker, they usually get punched in the face.
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
I love how Chrissy was just Frank as Joker. No,
I gotcha.
I can't really see it. I think it's absurd, but I kind of would have liked to have seen it just to see how bad it would have.
I gotcha. But
Mhm.
you also got to see Liberace
Mhm.
on there as Chantel.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Oh
my
my God,
gosh,
yeah.
that would be worth. We have to put that up.
I
on,
don't
on-
know how good it was, but
Well,
I mean,
no, I'm sure it's
and
terrible.
his twin
but, I mean,
brother.
I'm sure it's wonderfully
All right.
terrible.
I've got a pitch before we go.
Okay.
One more Batman 66 animated movie. I know Adam West is no longer with us, but we have Burt Ward come
Mhm.
back.
I have an
play,
idea. Let's get
and you play Batman.
Oh,
no,
that's
no.
great.
I'd love to, but I have to bow to the gentleman who's got the superior Adam West impersonation, and that's Ralph Garman.
Oh
Ralph's
my god,
Ralph's Batman
yeah.
66 is awesome.
Ralph could do
He
it.
could,
But
he could
here's-
do it,
but here's-
citizen.
Here's my take. You do Green Hornet crossover.
Oh,
I
you wanna
would be,
Van
yeah.
Williams?
I'd be
Yeah.
Van Williams. I'd do it. Kato, let's roll.
Just
Actually, that-
because I just want more Green Hornet media too.
Yeah.
There's not enough. I love Batman 66, but it gave me one of my favorite underground shows, and I want more of that. The less of Seth Rogen, more of awesome Green Hornet.
Okay, all right, fair enough. You're entitled to your opinion.
That's
Where
cool.
I think Kevin wants me to be pro Seth Rogen, or
Mhm.
he doesn't care. I don't either or.
So
I
we'll-
love Seth Rogen, just
before
not the Green Hornet.
Yes, before we sign off, just a couple of little plugs. So, birthday bash here, August 2nd. Yes, it
Yes.
is a day in the week. And if anyone, why did you pick August 2nd? First of all, it's Kevin's actual birthday.
God damn it!
Second of all, if any one of you, I just was, before we logged on, was wiping tears out of my eyes. If anybody saw the schedule that these guys are keeping over the next 3 to 4 months, you would burst into tears and just retire,
Yeah.
because, it is insane. So not only do we get, Kevin on his birthday, and Jay get to celebrate his belated birthday, but these guys are here. It's a fucking miracle.
Yeah.
So yes, it is a Tuesday, but anyone who can make it, please come. It's going to be a hell of a good time. You're going to see a nice live show, and it really is all, part and parcel of rolling out all the excitement. How fun has it been to see people just going ape shit over the trailer for Clerks 3.
That's great.
I
Oh,
mean, we've
it's
been telling people
awesome.
for months, like, it's coming soon. We promise it's coming soon. Well, it is here. Tickets are on sale. Go to Clerks 3 period movie, right.com. You can get your tickets. Fathom Events is having a couple showings, 13th and the 15th. If you're loving the trailer, which obviously we're loving the trailer, we saw a first cut of the movie. You're going to fucking die when you see this movie. I mean, hopefully not literally die, but
It's
it's
well
that
worth
good.
everything.
it is an incredible.
It's worth the wait.
It is
And
incredible.
Your
piece of
takeaway
work.
from this is
So,
twofold. One,
everyone did a beautiful job.
get your tickets for Kevin's
Congratulations.
birthday bash.
Yep.
Actually, it's threefold. One, tickets, birthday bash. Two,
Clerks 3.
Clerks
man.
3.
Clerks
Go
3.
see it with Kevin and Jay. 'Cause why the
Absolutely.
Freak,
Why wouldn't you do that?
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you? And three
And
is
yes, there will be more towns announced during SDCC. I know,
Yes,
I'm
I
jumping
know.
all over your lines.
Stop it.
I know.
You're
Okay,
stepping
all
all
right, I'm
over
done,
me.
I'm
Oh, my
done, I'm
God.
done, I'm done.
No, and
Yep.
third takeaway is compared to Kevin and Jay, you're all slackers. You're slackers and you'll never amount to anything.
Good Lord.
That's a motivational.
That's
line
motivation
right
if I-
there. That's right.
Come on, that's from
I
Back
know
to
it's
the
a
Future.
slacker. It's
Exactly.
a slacker's pull. It's a slacker's pull.
yeah.
If you know.
It's
yes.
not slackers. It's
Yes,
from
yeah.
no.
No, it's from Back to the
He saw
Future.
Slackers helped. There was a
But it's
movie
not-
he saw.
But it's
that
not
really
from
launched
Slackers.
him,
It's
right?
not from
So-
slackers, honey.
No, I know it's not from Slackers, but you invoked Slackers.
That's true. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You
That's
picking
it.
up what she's
I'm
laying
not
down?
That took a turn.
Slackers.
You're still slackers. So get out there, pick up some, and come see us. We're slackers here too, so we feel your pain.
Yeah.
So trust me, I
Oh
do.
yeah, if you're coming to Red Bank, totally, please. We'd love to
Personally,
see you.
I would get tickets for the convenience tour.
Yes.
I think that's the more bang for your buck. But if you can't, Fathom Events is great
Absolutely.
for
good.
putting
Yeah,
it in
that's gonna be
theaters.
cool.
It's going to be awesome.
Mhm.
It's just great to see these characters on screen
Or
again.
like us, you could do both.
Or you
That's
could do
right.
both.
You could do
Yeah,
both. You
do-
could go
do
see
all
it.
of them.
Yep,
You guys get to
it
see
then.
my big screen debut. Blink and you miss it.
No, it's gonna be awesome. And don't we have a song to listen
Yeah.
for?
My dad is going to be on the soundtrack again.
That's
My
awesome.
dad was in a group in the late 90s called PM Dawn, early 90s called PM Dawn, and there's an unreleased PM Dawn track that actually plays over my scene.
Damn.
And I'll never forget this because Kevin, it was one of the nicest things he'd ever said. It was that's not going to matter to most, but it's going to matter to the people who matter.
Mhm.
And wow. So I'm very excited just to hear that, because when I tell you my dad was a super fan of Kevin, we were going through his DVD collection after we moved, and we found deep cuts of things. We found the Q&As.
Aw,
We
that's
found
awesome.
Drawing Fly is a Better Place.
Wow.
Movies that he produced.
That's amazing.
And then every single one of the movies
Yep,
in DVD format.
that's great.
So-
I can't wait to see that.
That's
scene in
awesome.
action.
So yeah, that's why
And I don't mean to
that's why
sound
I'm
insincere.
No.
That's fucking awesome.
It is fucking awesome.
my favorite comment. That's beautiful, man.
That's beautiful. man.
But
That's a Facebook user for you right there.
yeah, I can't. That's what sucks. Is like through StreamYard, I can't really see who's commenting that. But that seems like a Mark Lamb thing.
It is a Mark Lamb.
That's
thing.
it is
Oh.
Mark Lamb.
It is Mark Lamb.
That's what I thought.
All right.
You're the man.
Yep.
All right, we can wrap
All right.
this up.
I think
Yeah.
Christian's like, yeah. And on that note,
I was gonna play it at the top of the show, but we can play it out as we leave.
Let's play it
all right,
out.
let's play it out.
It was this awesome. Someone had remade the '66 Batman intro in live action.
That's
It was a show called Homemade Movies.
That's beautiful, man.
So until next week, I'm Christian Cortez.
Mike Zapsik.
Julia Zapsik.
We'll see you soon, guys. Take care.
Be